Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Very welcome to entrepreneurs session of our CAMCA forum. I'm really very proud to be moderator of this session with such, I would say, exceptional panelists. Well, you know, we entrepreneurs are those who turn time into money. So we have always very scarce resources in terms of time, and I think we will be most populated panel in this forum. And I just want to tell our speakers to be very precise. It will be 5 minutes only. Please start with something most important for you. So when I hope I won't, but if I will interrupt you after your 5 minutes, I have to be calm that we didn't miss important points. Thank you. So you'll be helping me. Okay, thank you. Well, I would ask our speakers to start the forum in a format where they present themselves and then bring up their pitch, and if we have time left, then we will be, I think we will be happy to receive questions from the auditorium. Thank you very much. So maybe we'll start like that with Hikmat. Okay, thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tashkent, and I hope this panel discussion is going to be one of the most interesting ones, because we've been hearing that a lot of reforms and changes happening in the country. And I think the driving force of every market economy usually is the private sector, and specifically entrepreneurs. And I've been, together with my partners, I've been doing business in the country for the last 15 years. And can I have my slides, please? Okay, so we've been quite successful in building various types of entrepreneurial projects. We have an umbrella of about 10 businesses right now, starting from international trade, finance, and business development projects. And with the current changes in the country, we decided that we should come up with some ambitious project. And we thought that it's the right time to launch one of the first, probably, in the country, private institutions, private higher education institution. So we just, in the previous panel, heard that there is a crucial role of education in any field, be it investment, public policy, reforms, and actually scaling it up, taking the country to the new level. So we thought that private higher education is the most needed project in the country, and private sector representatives, successful businessmen, should start this project. So the project I would like to present today to you is Tashkent Institute of Management. So we thought that management is the field where there's a huge gap between what has to be done and the current situation. And the purpose of my presentation today in front of you is to really put all efforts together. This slide really shows you that we have to be standing on the shoulders of titans, right? But who's going to create these titans in the country? It has to be a very competitive university, very competitive business schools. So we think that there's a right time to launch a platform that would be very competitive, that's going to use the best practices that we have been seeing around the world, starting from Skolkovo in Moscow, American University of Central Asia in Bishkek. We know that there are representatives of Almaty University of Management from Almaty, and many other projects that we have been seeing in the region. Ada, by the way, in Baku, we've been in Baku last year, and we have seen a wonderful premises, that the wonderful Ada University that now is a champion and leading in this field. So who we are as entrepreneurs. So we we've been doing business. These are the projects that we successfully being implementing in Tashkent, in Uzbekistan. We are the leading suppliers of equipment. We are one of the leading players in the financial market with the leasing company. We have a chain of co-working spaces, 5 right now, that been successfully creating a new type of entrepreneurial ecosystem. And we've been representatives of Global Entrepreneurship Network in Uzbekistan for the last 3 years, conducting entrepreneurship weeks throughout the country. So we thought that we have critical mass of knowledge and experience to unite players like you. Many of you have been very active in the region, and this is definitely a collective effort. This is not something that can be done by one company. So let's talk about the pain of the market. On this slide, you can see that the number of universities per 1 million of people in the post-Soviet countries and the neighboring countries. Look at the chart where Uzbekistan is located. It's among the last ones. Our neighbors in this rank is Afghanistan and Turkmenistan. On the side of the pain, obviously this is a very negative picture, but we as entrepreneurs need to see opportunities everywhere. So, and with the next chart, you can see that with the number of the students per 10,000 people, again, Uzbekistan is in the tail. We are neighboring Afghanistan and Azerbaijan in that sense, and there is huge room for improvement. So this really shows that there's a huge opportunities in the higher education sphere in Uzbekistan. And next slide shows you the chart, historical chart of, again, deficit. You can see that the number of learners, pupils in the schools have been increasing. With the current picture of what do we have? Almost 800,000 graduates from the schools, while there's an official quota system that, I can see that the sign time up, so I'll just take 1 minute to sum it up. We can see a huge opportunity. And what basically we want to do is to create a private education place with a very boutique in the beginning, maybe 200 students in the beginning, but then we want to scale it up. And I'll go to the last slide where you will see what we are looking for. We would be welcoming. Who are we targeting? We want to see people who would be happy to join the board of trustees, be the professor or tutor, sponsor maybe, joint investor. And what we are going to do together, we want some assistance on curriculum, education, experience in education, and any relevant form of assistance. And just a last sentence, we as entrepreneurs and business people, we know how to unite a proper team and invest the money. In the rest, we want to attract professionals who would be champions of this coming Tashkent Institute of Management. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hikmat. Yeah. Thank you, Hikmat. Hikmat is really one of those entrepreneurs who can make any lemon lemonade. So, Emin, please, your turn. Maybe this one is.
Hello. Can you please? Yeah. Who in this room doesn't use the social media networks? Doesn't use. Who? Mr. Wimbush doesn't use. So who uses social networks to search for products or look for endorsement of some service before buying it? Actually, what I will present to you is our platform, a Keepface, where brands and social media influencers come together and co-create branded content. So the idea is to give brands opportunity to create social buzz and orchestrate it. By statistics, 74% of the people trust social networks to guide their purchasing decisions. And these Something happened with the slides. Okay. Only 3% of the people in social networks shape the minds of the rest. So these 3% people are influencers. We call them influencers. They are key opinion leaders. They are bloggers. They are reporters. So there are different names of the people, but the general name is, the modern name is social media influencers. What we do, we bring social media influencers and brands together so that they can collaborate, they can create branded content that sells. And through our network and through our SaaS-enabled platform, brands can easily find the most relevant influencers in any country and jump into the cooperation within a few minutes. So this is the value that we bring for our customers. Something happened with the slides. We are growing very sharply. We are growing 500% year over year, and we reached $100,000 monthly turnover recently. And we are cooperating with the most active international and local brands in the region. And we are, our main focus and main difference from other networks and agencies is that we are focusing not only in celebrities, but at the same time, we are focusing mainly on micro-influencers. These are the people who are not known to the masses, but with like you, like people in C-level, people who have only 5,000 audience, but very trusted audience. So our aim is to open their services, their audience, to the service of the brands. And by statistics, only 6% of the influencers have been used or recruited in the campaigns. The rest, 94% in the region, is untapped potential for the brands. What we do, we have an online platform automated from edge to edge, which gives trust and control for the brands. You can measure and make the forecast of the results, what will be, and all this helps brands to increase their budgets on influencer marketing. We are 3 co-founders with diverse backgrounds in marketing, in data science, and in startups. And if to sum up, we acquired almost 20,000 social media influencers throughout the region. And total audience, cumulative audience of these influencers is about 2 billion people. And recently we have been accepted to 500 startups network. We have received investment from them in MENA region, and our company is based in Dubai. And we are actively growing in 3 main cities. This is Dubai, Moscow, and Istanbul. So through these big cities, we are covering whole Central Eurasian region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You saved us half a minute. Please, Botir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Botir Arifdjanov. Just a quick introduction about me. I'm a so-called serial entrepreneur. I'm doing mostly fintech and e-commerce, not only in Uzbekistan, but outside in Egypt and some other places, Dubai including. I'm a founder of one of the first fintechs in Uzbekistan called Paynet, and recently we have launched another e-commerce project called Le Bazaar, which is the 2nd year in a row is recognized as a #1 e-commerce player in Uzbekistan. But today I'm not talking about some commercial projects, I'm talking about a charity project related to education. As you can see, in Uzbekistan we have a huge problem and pain of education. That's why so much of effort and focus in this direction. Any of you know about the US-based Khan Academy? Can you please raise hand? Okay, thank you very much. For those who don't know, Khan Academy is an online platform which brings together more than 25 different subjects and online, and backed up by the Google Analytics and the Google platform, supported by Microsoft, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's one of the biggest online free educational platforms in the world, and currently being translated into 36 languages already. I have gone through the platform myself because of my kids, and I have seen the remarkable results of this, and we decided to translate this platform into Uzbek. And why education and why in Uzbekistan? Just a couple of slides. So, first of all, you know that in Uzbekistan, we are 33, statistics say that we have more than 9,000 schools and we have 4.8 million kids going to schools from grade 1 to 11. But there is a huge problem. The problem is when after getting independence of Uzbekistan, we transferred from the Cyrillic alphabet into Latin. And because of that, the government couldn't cope with all this problem of creating the local resources in Uzbek, especially in Latin alphabet. That created a huge generation gap when there is a kids going to school not supported with sufficient amount of the literature, books, and educational material. On top of it, we have a lack of the teachers, especially in the remote areas. And considering the demographics of Uzbekistan, and there are some schools where we have more than 50 kids in one class. That's a huge problem. And why Uzbek? And Uzbekistan is 33 million population itself, where almost 80% of people speak Uzbek. But it's not only where the Uzbek is spoken. We have more than 5 million people living in our neighboring countries with the same language background, and almost a couple of million living abroad, like in Russia, US, and some other places, who also speak Uzbek. And our platform, when it's implemented and translated, will enable the kids of all of these people to be using the platform to get the free education, the free school education. So quick numbers about Han Academy itself. So we can see that currently it's being used in 190 countries, being translated into 36 languages. Currently more than 10,000 micro lectures being already in the platform, with more than 5 million words to be translated. From our quick estimation, our project requires about $500,000. Thanks to our fundraising campaign we have recently conducted over the social media, we managed to raise 100,000 euros together with the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. We are very grateful for their support for it. There are a number of people even in this auditorium who donated and helped for this project to be successful. Today's speech is about to raise more awareness about our project. Again, it's a charity. We don't want to make any penny out of it. I started it from my own funds at the beginning, but now it's supported by our NGO called Bilim Onlayn, which is written down here. So any of you who are interested in supporting local education, which will enable the huge jump and boost for the future of Uzbekistan, please welcome to come and join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Botir. I think that's a very good chapter of entrepreneurship community that successful entrepreneurs such as Botir and his friends started such a beautiful project with a big social and educational impact. Thank you. Please, Kamila.
My name is Kamila Sidiqi. My journey starts from 1996 when the Taliban came to Afghanistan, and I started a small business with two of my sisters at home. After 6 months, we created job for 150 women in the neighborhood in such a tough time in the Taliban time. Then there was a journalist came from America, and she was looking for entrepreneurs that they were working the Taliban time. She came to my home and she requested me to write a book about me, and there is a book by the name of The Dressmaker of Khairkhana. The book was bestseller in New York in 2011, and it was a common reading book in University of Florida. When the situation changed, as an entrepreneur, I'm always looking for business opportunity in the market. I was thinking that how can I share my experience with the other women to start their own business. I was thinking about business development services. I started a company, the first woman business company in Afghanistan by the name of the Kaweyan Business Development Service with a one laptop computer. We implement 56 projects, economic empowerment for women in 28 provinces of Afghanistan. Most of the project was supported by international organizations, especially with the USAID and US Embassy and different international organizations. I was thinking that how can I start some business, real business to support community and also to export some businesses from Afghanistan. Then I started an export and import company by the name of Navion Navit Limited, and we create job for 100 people, and we export dry fruit from Kabul to different countries. In the same time, 2014, I started the first online taxi company in Kabul because most of the women and family, they have a problem. We couldn't drive and they need a taxi company. The first day I received more than 3,500 comments from the men that all of them, they encouraged me. In the same time, when Excellency President read the book and he requested me to join with the government, and I used to work as a deputy chief of staff in the palace for 2.5 years. And then I used to be a deputy minister of commerce for 2 years. Recently, I come back to private sector and start my own business. Now we have a different business development service, export and import, taxi company, transport, hospitality, logistic. I hope my story be interesting to you because most of the time you heard a lot of negative things from Afghanistan. Still, Afghanistan is a land of opportunity. Most welcome for those people that they want to invest in Afghanistan. We are in a service. Thank you so much.
That's actually a remarkable story, Kamila, really.
Thank you.
My compliments. Thank you. Akmal?
Hello, everyone. We do simple things. We help people to move in cities and to eat. We are a taxi and a food delivery company, like we are Uber and Uber Eats of Uzbekistan. So we founded MyTaxi company. It's a taxi app company in 2015. Then we had a very huge success in the market. We have more than 350,000 user base, and we have more than 2,500 driver base. They are connected to our platform, and now we operate in Tashkent city, in Andijan city, and soon in Fergana city. So we want to cover the whole country till end of this year. And we are doing more than 7,000 daily rides in Uzbekistan. Another company which we started 2 years ago in 2017 is Express24. We started this business inside the MyTaxi platform, inside the taxi app. Later it became a standalone application and service. It's a food delivery service. We call ourselves Delivery Monsters. It's an app to order food. So we are the biggest player in the food delivery space. And we are doing more than 800 deliveries daily, rising 18% month to month. And we have more than 170 restaurants in Tashkent city only connected to our platform. Our market is whole Central Asian region, including Afghanistan. So we are targeting these markets and planning to launch in other cities. How we work, we get commission from restaurants. So we offer the same price which a restaurant offers to their customers. This is how looks our app. And customers are delighted about us because we are delivering much faster than other, compared to the restaurant's own delivery service, compared to the other taxi companies. And if you visit some restaurants or cafes in the Tashkent, you can see our logos, our monsters. And we are very active in marketing space as well. So we are raising funds. If you are an investor, you are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Akmal. Using this opportunity, we saved actually a few minutes. I want to say, you can see how balanced the panel is. And also, I want to add that, it's all signs of service economy. If we go now through our panels, next turn is with Azamat. He's from hospitality service.
Hello, friends. I'm happy to be in beautiful city of Tashkent and in this nice hotel. This morning, we arriving in a group from Kyrgyzstan, from Bishkek. We had a really nice experience. We went through the airport security checks, and it took us less than 10 minutes, literally. That means that all the countries of region started understanding the importance of tourism, importance of being hospitable. And Kyrgyzstan implemented a visa-free regime with 45 advanced countries since 2012. Since that time, tourism has been steadily growing, and hence the hospitality business also. So, since I have been working in economic development area, I run a consulting company, and we helped a lot of tourist companies and hospitality companies in the process. And we held a lot of events also, so we decided to open a hotel in 2017. So we opened a hotel in close downtown Bishkek, and it's a small hotel, boutique hotel, 20 rooms so far, and conference halls, also some offices. Since last year, we've seen a growth. So last year it was about 40% occupancy. This year we're heading towards more, double that, and already for the past few weeks it has been almost full, thanks to a few the major events that's going on in the city. And this trend, I think, is going to continue. I think that Kyrgyzstan, in particular, has a lot of potential in that because of this just a beautiful scenery, beautiful places that we have. And the idea is to develop this chain of hotels throughout the country, ethno-based. Eco-based is because first it helps to save costs. So all the hot water and heating in our hotel is generated through solar panels and heat pumps, and we import these products, and we help install also these products to other hotels. And a second ethno part of it is there is a craft studio in our hotel, and there is a master classes, speeches, different types of seminars, and it creates a community which also makes it interesting. So this idea finds a good response from the target audience, which are digital nomads, international organizations, just people from the traveling on adventure tourism and eco-ethno-tourism. So our next project that we're going to develop is a resort, hotel and resort. We bought a prime land in the very busy tourist route, which is Alarcha, Bishkek. So if you ever visited Bishkek, probably you've been to Alarcha, which is a beautiful gorge, just 15 kilometers out of Bishkek, and some of the premium summer houses, dachas, located there. So the land plot is there, and it's by the Silver Spring. So there is a big traffic there. There are 4 ski bases nearby. So we're looking at this project right now. All the project documentation is being prepared right now. So we welcome any interested investors to this project, and we look for strategic investors who want to develop really a regional chain of in hospitality business. So this is it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Azamat. I think a lot of people like myself know their next destination in Kyrgyzstan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
actually what really impresses me is that social and environmental awareness of entrepreneurship class. Thank you. The next two gentlemen, I think they're smartest of all the crowd because they are both from the same company and they are having like 5 minutes, right? But can we reduce it to 1? I mean, that would be too smart, no? Thank you. Aibek and Marat, please meet. Yeah.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, from my side, thank you very much for the opportunity to show about the Chibo here. Me and Marat, we are partners who are willing or who are bringing the well-known Chibo to this region. My first question, who knows Chibo as a cafe? I guess everyone, yeah? But did anyone know that Chibo is an insurance company, travel agency, non-food segment, and for example, that Nivea and Teza also belongs to the same group. So this is the idea. What we want to bring to CAMCA region is, okay. So here there was a story of a Chibo, which was grounded in 1949. Till in 2018, we got an allowance from the Chibo to bring this, this mark to the Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan and to other countries here. So as you can see here is the first coffee shop with some non-food items inside in now in Nur Sultan. That time it was in Astana. With some food segment in the Mega Silkway. Then the second one is in Bishkek with as you can see with the food area and with non-food area. So okay, good. There's nothing to see here. So our idea is to bring the idea, this concept of Chibo, not only of coffee, but also the service and also the non-food items to this region, to bring the values of this, in Germany, people say Chibo Qualität, which means quality of Chibo. That means that the quality of all products of the Chibo are so good that it is now a kind of value, kind of, standard, now we are looking for the other also investors and or the partners in other growing or other largest leaders countries in the CAMCA region, like in Kazakhstan and in Uzbekistan. And this one.
Hello everyone. Just 2 minutes, yeah? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Aibek. Aibek and myself, with as a company, Unternehmen, based in Germany and in the Czech Republic, we have a right to distribute Chibo brand as a franchising to Central Asia and Russia. So far, as Aibek mentioned, we are presented in Kazakhstan and in Kyrgyzstan, and we hope and we believe the next destination is Uzbekistan, is Tashkent, because it's according to our German friends, is the most attractive destination. There are two leader countries in terms of consumption and in terms of size, market size, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. And we have a privilege to present Chibo, and our main message that, for example, now we are in Tashkent in terrific hotel Hyatt, and sometimes we have coffee breaks, but not tea breaks. And it was a quite challenge to persuade Chibo in Germany to come over to Central Asia. First time when we approached, they told us approach us in 5 years. So it meant that there is no interest to Central Asia, but we managed to persuade them that Central Asia is a growing market, and it was some some sort of myth that all Central Asian countries are tea nations. But the core idea why we brought Chiba, that according, for example, to research of McKinsey 10 years ago, generation of millennials are coming, and the main bold sign of this generation is the growing consumption of coffee. And another message that there are so-called Big Five. For example, we know Big Four in audit companies. The same idea in this market, the Big Five, it means Starbucks, Costa, Chibo. And we see that there is no, so far, Starbucks and Costa in Uzbekistan, and we would like to be first as a coffee shop. In fact, we have a very unique model that marketing department of Chiba, they could combine incompatible model. I'm sorry. They could combine non-food and the food segment in one space. Thank you.
Thank you, Marat. Yeah. Now I want to present the chairman of Association of Social Entrepreneurs of Kyrgyzstan, Jenny, please.
Yes. Thank you so much. I just been more comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everyone. This bag. Okay, good. Okay. There are three things in life we all like and enjoy: music, art, and the beauty, right? We don't need any language to communicate our music and arts, and we don't need to necessarily belong to any ethnic groups in order to present and appreciate the beauty. Unlike Kyrgyz, Tajik travel across Uzbek borders, beauty travels without any border. So that is the reason we, as CAMCA ladies in Rumsfeld Fellowship, Spring 2019, initiated the social business project idea. It's called CAMCA Beauty. So we brought from our home countries a set of collection of fashion, jewelry, and beauty products to Tashkent reunion. This is, you saw in the Business Expo, that was not only about the fashion, the beauty exhibition, but it's about the storytelling. So here's our story. 2 months ago, when we visited National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C., there's a very special exhibition. It's called First Ladies. So they're basically saying, through exhibiting the dresses and accessories, they are here to talk about the inspiring stories of American First Ladies. Well, we are not first ladies, or not yet, but we are CAMCA ladies. We do believe we have our own stories and the stories of so many women entrepreneurs to be shared at CAMCA Network. So that is the reason we said, let's try to do that. I would like to take the example. For example, our Tumar art group from the Kyrgyzstan, they united all the small workshops across the regions and the villages. So they do this souvenir and the home design products here. By this, they are helping over 100 women across the regions. And we also have another designer, Tatiana. She's been exhibiting her fashion and accessories since 1978. So she has a home museum at her studio with all the old dresses. She turns these antiques into the modern fashions. I would like to share another small story of this gift bag. Did you see what is special about this? Do you know who's making it? So designer Tatiana, they want to get rid of the plastic bags. He said, why not to use the recycling newspaper and the magazine, just make it as a gift bag. And who's making those? Those are old women who got retired, who are in a very low economic status. So all people, they are making this somehow. So you see, I would like to present these stories because this production and design line is not only about the designer or entrepreneur or retailer. They're also about so many other women who are also engaged in this production line, who are getting benefit from this. And certainly, we also have our very Rumsfeld fellow from Mongolia, Hulan, who made this organic integrated skincare products. So these products now is also presented at CAMCA Beauty. So the long story put short, we definitely understand CAMCA Beauty is a social business. So while we're advocating for the social causes, we also need to take consideration about the business factors. At present, we want to work as B2B by partnering with the local design shops. So ideally, we call it like corporations. Ideally, we hope like our CAMCA Beauty can be present in each our country. And in the long term, CAMCA Beauty can also launch its own design and production line additionally. So we put all very different kind of cultural elements into one art design. So that is really about the integration. So regional cooperation and integration cannot necessarily to be done by this big investment in the hard power. It also can be done through small businesses, and we call soft power, CAMCA Beauty. So definitely we also face many challenges, such as logistics, trading, and so on. Today, at least, we made our first step. We came to Tashkent. We brought these products from Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Mongolia, Georgia at this exhibition platform. And we look forward to having our local partners help with us logistics and the business together. Or you can simply just support the women entrepreneurship by purchasing their products and making the pre-orders. Or just go online to make a hashtag CAMCA Beauty. We will appreciate it. So in the end, what we like to talk about is CAMCA Beauty is not only about, it's about the storytelling. It's about empowering women entrepreneurships. We would like to, through this CAMCA Beauty project, to make these people-to-people connections. So through which we'll make our CAMCA region more inclusive with shared values and shared aspirations. CAMCA Beauty without borders. Thank you.
Really, today's panel in full proved me that I'm right in my observation. Successful entrepreneurs are actually the best storytellers. Thank you. Now I would ask our audience, please, if you have any questions to our presenters. Thank you. No questions? We have 10 minutes, you know, like, I mean, our panel have done tremendous job, you know, they've been very sharp on time, and we actually spared 10 minutes for questions. No questions? Then more coffee. Thank you.